So what do you think about cancel culture and woke culture, especially with something like a roast? Like, just how do people try to, keep those people out of, their head, keep the woke culture out of their head as a comedian? How do you continue moving forward?
Well, it's called a roast, so shut the fuck up.
Boom.
What are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that because I mean, you're right. Because everything Jeff Ross has done, whether it be with Comedy Central or now Netflix, it's been that. It's been exactly what was portrayed on this specific roast. And now Tom Brady coming out and said, I didn't like what it did to my kids and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, hey, dude, you signed up for this shit. So that's
exactly. I
just
don't I
something.
don't know that cancel culture is it's a bit of a catch-all, right?
Right.
Because it can involve like a joke. Like I saw a Sam Tripoli joke where he just flat out said the N-word, and I was like, I hate this
Damn.
joke. I hate
Wow.
this material.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this. Was he canceled for it? Probably not. Did he put even more butts in seats by saying that joke and putting it online? Yeah, 100%. So what are we talking about as cancel culture? Are we talking about like the fact that white dudes are saying, I can't say this, I can't say that, but then they say it and it puts even more butts in seats for them and they get another 100,000 followers? That doesn't sound like canceling. That sounds like an upgrade through manipulating the fucking idea of cancel culture. No, what is canceling anymore? Is it Nikki Glazer crushing on the roast and then doing a tour of every huge fucking podcast afterwards and then dropping an HBO special? Well, that doesn't sound like canceling. It sounds like a comedian at the top of their game who had an amazing run and is one of the 10 best comics in the country right now. That's a Nikki Glazer move. So like TJ Miller is back. He called in a
It's true.
bomb threat drunk on a train, and now he's
That's true.
performing in Oklahoma. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I
So,
know.
so Bill Cosby's out of jail.
Yep.
Harvey Weinstein is out. Like, what is a cancel culture these days? Does that just mean you're either using it to grow your audience in a way that you seem advantageous? Is it who's being canceled? And who deserves to be canceled? I don't have any of those answers, but I know what's not for me, and so I just don't fuck with it. If it ain't
Yeah.
for me, I don't fuck with it, and then the market can decide the rest.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree. I guess the situation that really comes to mind in the recent history is kind of the Matt Rife domestic violence joke. Because I mean,
Oh yeah.
specifically for my algorithm, like since all of that stuff came out, I haven't been seeing a lot of his stuff. I've been seeing some of it. But I mean, he's also still working out new material. He just put out a special, like we talked about at the beginning. Once you put out a special, that's when you go back to the drawing board and trying to figure everything out. But I definitely feel like, because just like I said, with word of mouth, with the people who I have talked to, they were kind of taken back by that. But I'm like, you don't understand comedy. You don't understand what was happening there. And it honestly, when we're talking about jokes, it wasn't that bad. It Oh, my dog's about to throw up over here. Who knows?
Hey.
Uh, hairy palms, hairy palms. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like, I don't know like how people are going to try to get out of being so sensitive. That's the biggest thing for me. I don't When do we get to a point where we stop being so sensitive?
When it stops garnering attention,
Hmm.
when everybody has an outlet for their voice that doesn't get attacked right away, whether it's right or wrong to you, I don't think it ever stops. I think like, okay, my my feeling on Matt Rife is twofold.
Hmm.
Let me think for a second. I think that joke was a real it's a it's an easy street joke. That joke's been around for a million years.
Yeah.
I think he took some big swings in trying to do something on Netflix that is not thought of as his wheelhouse. He's thought
Hmm.
of as like doing a ton of dynamite crowd work, extrapolating, getting deeper, connecting with people all over. I haven't seen much of his material before that special. And he took a big swing by trying to do something edgy that we don't really see as his type of performance. Was it a good special? I don't think so. Do I think my first special, Life Rules, is going to be the best thing I've ever done? Hell no, it better not be. So take those big swings and then keep it pushing. The dude sold out Hollywood Bowl. That is 17 17,000 seats outside in Los Angeles during Netflix Fest. You mean to tell me that his street joke that didn't hit and was kind of honestly not a great joke to begin with has any repercussions except he gave something a shot? He sold 17,000 tickets to the Hollywood Bowl. Dog, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He sold out the world in a day. He sold out the world in a day. It doesn't matter what you think of him. It doesn't matter if you think he's a good comedian or not. He sold out the world.
Mm.
So, how whatever you think is probably right for you. I'm not a massive fan of kind of like jokes where you are talking with like somebody who's autistic and not making jokes and instead just being like, wow, you're so cool. What a superpower. That to me isn't a joke. But then I saw him do some crowd work material with a woman in a wheelchair and he ripped the room apart. And it was one of the funniest things. I was like, damn, old boy's got skills. So,
Right.
is all his shit for me? No. Should it be? Probably not. Like I have favorite albums from comedians, and then I
Hmm.
have albums where I'm like, I wasn't really feeling that one. That's the game. So, find more comedians that you do like. Go find Laurie Kilmartin. If you've never listened to Laurie Kilmartin, you should be listening to every single album by Laurie Kilmartin. Like, find those new comics, especially because I think you saw my tweet about like the top 10 things we saw at Netflix Fest.
Yeah.
It was like Sebastian and Jerry Seinfeld. Like, oh,
Yeah.
word? Oh, really? Was that the best thing you saw? Comedians who have been at the top of the heap for the past 50 years? Great reporting, absolute ice-breaking material. We don't want to break anyone like Jordan Jensen. We don't want to break anyone like Niles Abston. We don't want to break anyone like Mike fucking Glazer. No, no, no.
Hmm.
We want to write about how Snoop Dogg did another gangbuster performance just like he did at WrestleMania. Like, what are we doing? Where are the people who are breaking comics? Where's the reporting that says Deborah D. Giovanni is one of the best comedians you need to hear about? Where is it? And it ain't nowhere. So for all the Matt Rife hate and all the Matt Rife backlash, I would say maybe a better choice is to go find comics who you should be fucking with and highlight them instead.